What's going on, guys? It's Brandon L. Draper with the Start Thinking Forward Morning Edition podcast. Hey, guys, I hope you're energized, man. I jumped out of bed every single morning. I get up since I've started this, and I get excited because I know for a fact people are waking up, they're listening to this, and they're carrying on. They're holding their head just a little higher, and that excites me because you know what? I'm operating in my purpose. This is what I do. It's not just to motivate, but to give that spiritual insight to people that help them carry on, because guess what? I've been on the other side. I've been at the lowest part. I've been slept in my vehicle before, not knowing where my next meal is going to come from. I've been through the flames, right? And I can't blame nobody. All those things were directly based upon decisions that I make. Sometimes you can say circumstances and things, but at the end of the day, I can't blame anyone else, because guess what? If you start blaming other people for what's happening in your life, what happens is they got to change in order for your situation to change. So I don't put it on anyone else, because maybe so-and-so that hurt me or did whatever to me, they may never change, right? But I can change me, and I can choose not to be around that person. So I have people that, and I'm pretty sure the people listening to this, you may have friends or family, right, that you don't even deal with. And the reason for that is not that you hate them, right? I don't have to forgive anyone, right? And I'm not saying it in a negative way. Think about this for a second. So I was just looking at this guru. What he was talking about was kind of crazy. But he's like, why you have to forgive somebody? Because in order to forgive someone, you have to criminalize what they did. So I'm like, wow, if you don't criminalize what someone did, you don't have to forgive them. So I don't have to forgive them because I don't criminalize what they did. I may not like what they have done, but that's a representation of who they are, right? So if you weren't there for me when I feel as if you should have been there for me, why am I getting upset and criminalize what you did and say, well, I forgive you, or you feel obligated to apologize to me? No, you don't. Right? You don't have to apologize to me. That's just you. That's just your personality and who you are. It's just that I choose not to deal with it, and it's okay, right? So guess what? This morning, everyone's waiting for Christmas, right? Christmas. You're ready to open up these gifts, but guess what? Every single morning you open up gifts. Every single morning. I'm telling you, this morning you opened up 2 gifts that's priceless. Those were your eyes. So rise and grind if you ever want to shine, right? What is it that you need to do? What is it that you don't know today? That if you knew, it could change your life. And I'm not talking about no motivational fluff. Get on your bed, tap your foot, hit yourself on your thigh, get up and do a dance and everything's just going to work out and be fine. Or, hey, read this book, or get motivated. What in the world does that mean? Get motivated, right? Get motivated. Hey, my electric bill just came in and it's $500. Or I'm getting ready to get evicted out of my house. I'm getting ready to lose my vehicles. My kids are sick. I got this going on. How am I going to get motivated, Brandon? How am I going to get? I'm going through hell right now, and people are telling me, read this book. Get motivated. Be inspired. What? So I've been on the other side of it. Go to a seminar or a lecture. Hear someone spill out for hours upon hours about getting motivated. And then when you go home, you got to face reality of what's going on. My challenge to you is to change the narrative in your life. If there's something not right, you have to figure out how can you get it right. If you're having financial problems right now, you're saying you know exactly how much you make, but you know you need to be making more. My question to you is, how do you start making more? Have you sat down and come up with a plan? Everything starts and begins with a plan. That is what I'm perpetuating going towards the new year. It's not about guessing. It's not about reading the next book, going to the next seminar. It's none of that. It all boils down to how you are preparing for your next move. See, 99% of us don't prepare for nothing. So then things just happen, right? We're not preparing for our lives. We don't even know what the next day or the next week, let alone the next year or the next 5 or the next 10. My question, why aren't you planning? Your life has been what it's been for the last 10 years, directly based upon the decisions you have made or the decisions you did not, right? Your inaction Your inability to make decisions, to see insight, whatever reason or justification or excuses you make. Well, no one ever told me. Well, I was young. I get it. We've all suffered from that. But what are you doing in the now, in the present moment? Because you can't change the past. You cannot. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Hear me. You cannot change the past. Why dwell on it? Right? Stop looking at it. What can you do? It's like looking at a movie and somehow thinking that you can change the ending. You didn't even write the story. The only story you got control of is the story that you are narrating. This is your story in the now. So if you want your future to be different than your past, you start writing it now. There's no living in the past. Oh, so-and-so did me wrong. So-and-so wasn't there for me. Be happy that so-and-so did you wrong. Be happy that so-and-so wasn't there for you. Because it showed you, right, that they weren't supposed to be there during your process. So when you have your progress, you tell them keep that same energy, right? Keep that same energy. I remember in the village days, so many of you guys out there, you may be in the village days right now. You're trying to build something, right? You believe in yourself, but every time is always the next thing. Well, I want to start my business. Oh man, this new expense came out, or my electric bill's a little higher. Oh my God, my insurance went up. I can't invest in it, right? When are you going to invest in you? So if someone can present to you a piece of paper and say that you got to pay this, and you're willing to do that because you believe that there's consequences and repercussions that come as a result of you not doing it, what consequences and repercussions do you have as a result of you not listening to yourself and doing the things that make you happy? Where in our society did it become okay for you not to be in love with the idea of what you want to do in this world? When did that come? When did that come? Oh, just as long as you're surviving, as long as you're getting by. Animals do that. Animals do that. We're human beings. We have thoughts. We have ideas. We can create the life we want. When did it start becoming an acceptable thing for us just to put down our heart's desires and just do what everyone else is doing because that's what everyone else is doing and they look all right? They're just surviving. Oh man, that's bull. And if you believe that hype about that it's okay. It's okay. I get it. There's some things that we got to take care of. Some of us listening to this right now got families. They got responsibilities. I get it. But don't ever try to convince yourself to the idea that it's okay to keep doing that instead of doing what it is that you're supposed to do. I'm saying realistically is that you can do whatever you want to do if you plan for it. See, if you don't plan for it and you just jump into it, that's when failure meets you very quickly. I mean, as soon as you jump into it, failure's like, hey, what's going on, dummy? You decided to do this. You didn't save any money. You didn't really think this out, did you? Right? So yeah, I'm here to serve you. Serve you. I'm here to serve you. Right? I'm here to serve you failure. I'm here to serve your pain. Right? And then the people that said they had your back gonna leave. I'm gonna serve you some type of hurt. So what I'm saying to you is, if you're in love with the idea, don't stop being in love with the idea. I'm challenging you, and it's real talk. I'm challenging you to go out and start preparing for your next moves if you have some next moves, right? Stop making this. I watch people every time it comes for a deadline or something that they could do to change their life. They make up the most stupidest things to do to stop them from doing what they need to do. And it's interesting to me that it's like this. You can lead a person to the lake, but I refuse to make you drink. I can lead you to the lake, but I'm refuse to make you drink. I can't make you drink. If you don't drink, I can set it up for you. I can do this for you. I can do all these things for you. And you don't even follow through. I did all the hard part for you and you can't follow through. Guess what? Time's running out. Time is running out, right? Because life is still moving forward. There's not an unlimited time to be successful, right? There's people that do it in the later part of their lives, and I get it. But you cannot keep going through situation and not seeing an opportunity. Maybe you're vibrating at the wrong frequency, because there are plenty of opportunities if you look for them. Every day brings opportunities. Are your eyes truly open to new possibilities and new things happening in your life? That's the question. I'm not talking about no magical pill. I'm not talking about the next event or the next audiobook or book that you get and you read it, right? And most of us don't even read a whole book in the first place. Let's be honest. We skim through a book and we get a couple of pieces out of it and then it's on our bookshelf collecting dust. So it's more than just the books, it's more than just the workshops, more than the seminars, more than just starting a business, right? How to operate a business. What are you doing? What steps are you taking? My key to it is this: start building a team of like-minded people that want to see you succeed, right? And when you build that team, you take care of that team, right? Because you're in the village days with those people. You're building a brand. You're building something. You have to do it with a team. You can't build business without no team, right? You can go out there. There's no Rambos in American business. I don't care what someone's told. There's no Rambos in American business. It takes a team to make the dream come true. What team are you building? Are you always, ostracizing yourself away from those that can help you, that you can help each other? I see so many times, like-minded people can come together, but so-and-so is focused on this. So-and-so's focused on that. And I was looking at them and said, man, I hope that pays you what you think it is, right? I hope that pays you everything that you think is going to pay you, right? So if you're not sold out to whatever it is you're doing, it'll pay you if you're sold out to it, even if it's just temporary, right? It's going to pay you if you're sold out to it. A lot of people, they do it just because of the money. Don't do things because of money. Why are you doing what you're doing? Are you truly in love with it, or is just, I'm making some extra money? Is that what you want to be remembered for? Is that what you want your legacy to be? And that's the questions that I always ask myself, and I beg you to ask yourself the same question. What are you in it for? What is that really where you see yourself at in the next 10 years? Think about it. 2020 is here, right? Where are you going to be at in 2030? Does that make you think a little differently? That terrifies me. It scares me. I'm a human being just like anybody else is listening to this. It terrifies me. Where am I going to be at in the next 10 years? Because there's some things that I wanted to do. There's some places that I think in my life, I think where I should be, and I'm not there. So it literally terrifies me when I don't see myself operating where I need to be, where I don't see myself being there. I'm like, okay, what do I need to do to ensure within this next 10 years and this marathon I'm getting in for these next 10 years that I can see something. When I look in the mirror, I can see someone that I recognize, not someone that someone else created or something someone else needs. What is it? What am I creating? Because that's the worst thing, is when you start getting older, you get some age on you, you start looking at yourself and you don't recognize yourself. You don't know who you are. And I talked about this earlier this week. You know what you are to people, but you really don't know who you are to yourself. What is it that you like? Everything you look at is always a proposition, right? What can I do to make some money? What can I do? Because most people are going through financial problems, so they always, what can I do to make more money? What can I do? So you sell yourself short for really going through, because it's a struggle. When you go for something that you love, I said this like back in the hump day days, right? For those, remember the hump day motivational calls when we did, and that's on a whole nother podcast. So if you want to hear some of those snippets, go to the hump day motivational podcast. Just type it in Google. Let's think like 20, 30 something episodes over there. But that's back in the hump day days when we talked about that. Waking up, looking in the mirror and seeing someone that you don't recognize, right? What are you going to do to align yourself up with you and the things that you want in life? Because it's not funny when you get a certain age and you look back and you don't, nothing you've done. I will tell you this for a fact, that 9 to 10, what you love to do, oftentimes, listen to me, listen, what you love, what you're in love with right now, that whatever that is, most likely it won't pay you right away, right? That's a part of the journey, is that you gotta, it's almost like being in a fraternity and getting pledged. Like, how bad do you really want this? How bad do you want to wear this, right? How bad do you want to be associated with this thing? Because I just don't, life is saying, I just don't believe you. I think these are one of those things you're on. right? Just a moment in your life where you're saying, I want to do something. So life tests you and say, look, let's see how bad you really want it. Let's see how bad you want it. Do you want it as bad that you're willing to face homelessness, being disrespected, feeling belittled? How far are you willing to go, right? But there's lessons along the journey that makes you better, right? That when everything falls in place, it falls in place. Or, you're going to go back to doing what you've been doing. But the thing about it is, when you get that last proverbial glass of water, and all those things that you could have done in your life is around your bed and saying, man, this is so messed up. I got to die with you. Now you think about that. It's like, oh no, don't put that on me, Brandon. Don't put that on me. So I always say, we're all unique. We all have our own individual purpose. No one has the same purpose. No one has the same journey. No one even has the same fingerprints. So for you to be here in this moment, this time, right now, there's something special about you. So whatever goals, ambitions, and desires that you have in your heart, if you don't fulfill those things, you don't fulfill your legacy, you don't fulfill it, all those things die with you. It can't go to someone else because it was made for you, uniquely built for you. So if you don't carry it out, it dies with you. How many people out there are waiting for you that don't have a voice, don't have any type of position, at least that's how they feel, but you coming out and doing and showing and taking, action. I call it MIA, massive, imperfect action. Right? Stop saying everything has to be perfect. Man, just do something. When I first started this podcast, I didn't know nothing about nothing. Hear me? I didn't know nothing. I was still doing irrelevant keywords, right? So at the end of the day, MIA, massive, imperfect action. Sitting there talking about what you got a half of this and don't have that. Nobody cares. Life doesn't care. Life doesn't care if you ever start a blog. Life doesn't care if you never start a business. It does not care. It's neutral. Either you start the business and you start working towards something or you don't. Either you do it or you don't. That's all life cares. Based upon what you do is what you're going to harvest. You do nothing except talk. You're going to be talking for the next 10 years. And you're going to be talking inside the hospital bed or wherever you're at. You're going to be talking about all the regrets and things that you should have done, could have done, but you refused to do because you were just freaking scared. And I'm telling you, it's not about the money. It's not about the success. At the end, when you're faced with certain things, what you're going to be asking yourself a few questions, right? Did I love? Was I loved? And did I make a difference? Did I matter? Right? So how can you say you mattered and made a difference if you didn't even follow the one thing that was near and dear to you, your passions, your ambitions in life? Because guess what? Some people, and I want to throw this before we go and wrap this up. People say, well, I got children, I got this and I got that. What do your children need to see? Your children need to see you struggling at a dead end job that you hate, that you get on the phone talking to your coworkers about how bad everything is, or they want to see you, the best version of you, doing something. You're going to struggle either way. Where you start, if you have a business or you're working someone's job, you're still going to struggle financially on certain things. So what struggle do you prefer? Do you prefer to struggle working towards your dreams, or do you want to struggle on someone else's dream? That's the question. That is the question. If you want to have what you want to have, I'm willing to fight for that. But if you're willing to sign over your rights and say, hey, look, I'm just willing to go with the flow, there's nothing wrong with that. If that's your purpose and if that's your marathon and that's the race that you want to run, that's you. I can't knock someone because I don't know what your greater self is. Only person who knows who your greater self is you. That's the question you got to ask. If that's okay with you, it's okay with me. And the words my mom used to say, if you like it, I love it. Hey guys, this is Brandon L. Draper signing off for this morning motivational podcast where we come to you every single morning. Hey, this evening at 8 o'clock, we're going to have the Hump Day Motivational Show. Inspiration to carry you on to the next week. Hey guys, also log in, go to the computer, visit us online at www.pinnaclepointpublishing.com. Download our app so you can be a part of our community, our inner circle, where you get to see behind the scenes videos, vlogs that I'm doing, so you can see a different side of what it takes to build a business, to strategize, and do some great things in this world. Don't be afraid to let your light shine. Don't be afraid to be the best version of yourself. I challenge you to give it another try. Set goals that make you literally jump out of the bed with excitement. Ever since I started these morning motivations, I've been excited because I know someone needs to hear this. And I'm here in my purpose, in my mission, to help inspire, to be a catalyst in your life to say, you know what? Maybe it's possible that I can do it. Maybe I just need to plan. Maybe I just need to try it. Maybe I need to take action. Maybe I need to do massive, imperfect action. Hey guys, I'm signing out. I greatly appreciate you for tuning in this morning. Till next time, I'll talk to you later.